All right, gang, what's going on with y'all, bro? This is Brian's Fragrances. Glad to come back with another video, bro. This is Brian's Fragrances, and we're going to be talking about 5 of the best cherry fragrances. Yes, the best cherry fragrances that I ever smelled in my whole life. So look, when it comes to cherry fragrances, everybody got their opinion. We all know what's the most hyped up cherry, fragrance to actually exist. That is actually Mind Games French Defense. That is one of the most hyped up cherry fragrances out there. But we gonna be giving y'all 5 of the best cherry fragrances that exist. So first one that we gonna be talking about is, bro, this is a slept on one. This is BDK Rouge Smoking Extrait. This is a very, very slept on one, bro, by the house of BDK. This one, I'm talking about the quality of this fragrance, bro. The quality of BDK Rouge Smoking Extrait. This, if you familiar with the OG Rouge Smoking DNA, this is a way, way different take on that DNA. But this one right here, oh man, this shit, bruh. God damn, this is nice. I'm talking about, you gonna get hit with this realistic cherry. This is the most realistic cherry I ever smelled in my life. This one right here, sexy, sexy cherry. I'm talking about sexy, unisex. I'm gonna need me a full bottle of this joint, bro. This is a realistic, sexy. They got this cherry. I don't know what they put to make this cherry note. They got this cherry down. This one, now this is a cherry fragrance. So look, bro. BDK Rouge Smoking Extrait is this is a real cherry fragrance. All right. Next fragrance that we gonna be going over is Rouge Smoking by the house of BDK. Now I just went over the Extrait. This is gonna be the regular one. Now this is also one of my favorites. This one is like a root beer type of vibe. This almost smell like a cherry root beer and some vanilla ice cream or something like that. But this just give you high class vibes, Let me stop spraying so much of this because this is some expensive juice. But fuck it, one more little spray up in the air. Why not? But bro, when you get the whiffs of this fragrance, bro, when you smell this fragrance, bro, when you just get the whiffs of this, you just like, damn, that just smells like sexy, luxury. This one just is sexiness, unisex. I love me a nice unisex fragrance, but when this joint up in the air, dog, this is sexy, unisex. This is classy. All of that up in one fragrance. So number 3, we gonna be talking about. Well, just use this as an example. I'm not talking about this fragrance in particular, but what is this cloning? Herod by the house of PDM. I'm talking about Herod. I'm not talking about this trash ass Hercules clone, but Herod give you a nice cherry liquor type of vibe. You know what I mean, bro? It's just a unforgettable smell. It's just, you smell Herod and you just go, damn, I ain't never smelled nothing like that before. You just like, yeah, this don't bring me back to Herod. I mean, it do, but just a watered down version. But look, the OG Herod give you a nice cherry liquor. That's an unforgettable fragrance right there with a realistic dry tobacco note. Sexy, sexy fragrance, bro. And yeah, I highly recommend Herod. I don't recommend Hercules. But so when we on number 4, which is weird because this one don't even got a cherry note, but Red Tobacco by the house of Mansur. This one is a nice honey type of fragrance, and some people like to compare this to Herod. I don't see no comparison. These fragrances is nothing alike. But I'm going to need to give me a full bottle of Herod, bro. But look, Red Tobacco, I'm telling y'all, bro, this is one of my most complimented fragrances by women, bro. This one right here is a nice cherry, honey type of fragrance with some tobacco up in there. But this isn't the tobacco that you think. This is a sweet tobacco. Okay, bro, this is a sweet tobacco, kind of also give me type of leathery vibes, just a little bit. But this one right here is probably not going to be everybody's speed, but all women like this. The only people who seem to not like this fragrance is dudes. Dudes, which is perfectly fine. You know, which is actually a good thing. You know, dudes seem to not like this fragrance, but girls seem to love it. No bullshit. I get at least 10, 15 compliments every time I wear this fragrance, bro. No lie. So, last fragrance that we gonna be talking about. French Defense by the House of Mind Games. Of course, this is gonna be everybody's favorite cherry fragrance, but this isn't, unfortunately, my favorite cherry fragrance. I just think it's cool. I just think it just smells like a cup of Hawaiian Punch. It ain't really nothing too serious, but my favorite cherry fragrance of all time is BDK Rouge Smoking Extract. That one got it. Like, that's that shit right there. But French Defense, bro, is also going to be a nice cherry fragrance. You know what I mean, bro? This is a sexy cherry fragrance. This is a nice put together fragrance. But it don't exactly remind me of cherries. It more remind me of a fruit punch. You know, like a Hawaiian Punch or something like that. Or like a tropical Everfresh fruit punch. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of what French Defense remind me of. A tropical Everfresh fruit punch. If I can focus, this is kind of like what this kind of like remind me of. Or like a nice sweet Hawaiian Punch. But yeah, this is a nice fragrance. I will definitely get a full bottle of it for sure because it is sexy. But before I get a bottle of this, I get a full bottle of BDK Rouge Smoking Extract. But this is Brian's Fragrances coming back with another video. Bro, I'll talk back in for the next one.